All right, everybody, welcome back. We are here for Game 3. We have Autofill Incorporated versus NFT. Tree and Wang on the mic for you, and already into bands.
Yeah, yeah, super excited for this one tonight. We have NFT coming off of another solid win versus Autofill Incorporated, and then we see, sorry, versus Power Tops, and Autofill coming off a little bit of a loss in game one.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
true. They were coming off a loss. Pretty normal bands across the board for the teams, though.
well, yeah, looks like NFT is copying Wet Ass Pussy's bans from game one and making sure that the Lux is taken out from Oksha.
Yeah,
Uh,
when we saw him go on to the Zigs, and they prioritized it really highly, and it just didn't seem that impactful. So teams are just defaulting to ban Lux, assume he's a one trick until proven otherwise.
Yeah, I quite agree with that. Also, autofill banning the Nocturne. That's banned quite a bit against Splinter, but also faced it in game one. Oh, are we gonna see a Sona out of Albino Joe? First pick Sona. That's quite a risky pick.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. We saw him play it last week, and that Sona was a very small percentage of that win. But
So interesting.
we'll
So
see.
interesting, especially coming off of a strong Renata game that they didn't just let them pick later in the draft and pick their jungle right here.
Renata Renata's really good against certain things, and you can get blown out. So the problem is, if he picks Renata here,
No, no,
Ca-
you pick your jungle and you wait to pick
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
support later in the
Yeah,
draft.
no, I agree with that. Okay, and they did pick it. So I wasn't going to say anything unless they actually grabbed it. But Cal has mentioned that him and Tuesday have been practicing Zeri
I
in
I
bot.
I actually heard through the grapevine that game one they wanted to pick Zeri, but Hibbs did not own Zeri at the last minute,
Oh,
and
that's why
they
he took
fucked
so
up
long to
during
pick.
draft. Yes.
I thought they might have just been saving it for game 3. That's funnier though if they wanted to pick it game 1. That's way funnier.
But picking up Ziggs again, seeing if just maybe the Zeri change or the Zeri getting added to the team is gonna just make the Ziggs pick look a little bit better. And then we see Thrifty Senpai on the Victor.
I mean, Zeri will probably look very good regardless. That champion is crazy. Uh, just overall, like she's got a lot of options. And if she can continue a fight just on the outskirts of it, eventually she is uncatchable. I like Victor Swift picking up that misfortune he just played in the last game. No, second round bans. We do have a Renata. Renata Zeri is a solid grouping too.
Yeah,
And oh, go ahead.
yeah. I feel like Hooks just has a lot of champions at this point that could be very scary for Sona, and I think
Yes.
Renata may be one of the least likely to be that scary, as far as lane phase goes.
Right. For the Renata Zeri, what you're really doing is just making Zeri a fucking monster. Um, with that like move speed towards enemies that just pairs so well with her ult on just like constantly kiting around and stuff. But we have an Alistair ban as well against Hook, and then two junglers banned against Splinter. And they did prioritize the Trundle early, so he couldn't grab that. We've seen him with some early kills that snowball on that Trundle, so no surprise.
This ain't no Dario Chapman. That is Urgot for Salvo. I don't believe we've seen this season, and I've never played an Urgot game with Salvo before, so
Uh, yeah, I have
I'm
no idea.
very excited to see that.
No clue. Are they picking up
Then
Shentab? So it is a jungle Trundle.
Just want him to lock in the TF.
Don't. He's just trolling because I'm casting. He won't do it. No balls.
He hovered TF in game one as well.
Oh,
Uh, right up until pick. Oh god, the Blitzcrank.
I think,
Oh.
dude, I think, yeah. So super aggro is sort of what I was expecting, unless Cal thought, unless hook resets was like really thinking they needed a different option here. So I mean, they've got crazy fight potential here.
What does this? Is this just Sedge? Oh, Diana was not expecting that one out of Master Splinter. Not a typical Master Splinter pick. He
No,
did play.
it's one
He
of
did play quite a
those,
bit last season though.
and with it's one of those that like he has, but you're never still really expecting him to pick it, just because there's so many other jungles that you expect to go first.
I mean, we got Trundle picked, uh, Hecarim banned, Nocturne
True,
banned,
there are
Vi banned,
5 of those banned or picked away,
and,
so I
and
mean,
and that is that's basically Splinter's pool right there too. Like those are all core Splinter champions.
yeah, that's true. They did put a lot of effort into countering that.
See if it pays out, to see if Splinter goes any worse on the Diana. Honestly, Splinter hasn't been showing up as much this season as he has have been in previous seasons. We've seen him have quite a few rough games. Last game he did pop off, and he has had at least one other pop off game, but just not the consistent pop off that we expected from Splinter
Yeah,
previously. So
they've
hopefully
been
this
the couple
Diana
early
shows us something.
kills snowballing into, the monster jungler. But if it seems like if the enemy team keeps him reined in early, he never really converts into that huge problem. But God knows if Diana gets a couple early kills, that's going to be an issue.
Yeah, very much. Shen over here on for 420 Bonkrank. I always feel like this is like the pick for bad top laners, and if you're gonna have a weak top laner, I feel like picking Shen is excellent for your team because you're really focusing on your bot and mid lanes. Um,
Right. And
and
so what what I want to see him do different from last time, because I know he played it against my team and I don't know if he's picked it outside of that, but he just has to get out of that mindset that I'm Shen, I survive any dumb E press in that I do. Because once he was behind in that game, he made some very questionable dashes. And but outside of that, yeah, Shen's so strong, especially with teleport being different now. Like Shen remains one of the only top laners who can just, still just make bottom a cluster early.
I just got a message that the game has been paused at 2 seconds.
Okay.
So it may make spectator messed up.
All right. We'll see what we see. See
I
how.
have faith. I've yet to be on a cast worth a bad spectator client.
Oh, well, I was here when Vel'Koz was dropping everything, so we'll we'll hope this one goes better. The Urgot.
Let's check this, especially if we're gonna be getting into a pause coming into the game.
Yeah.
See what our analysts say about Salvo's Urgot.
I have to assume Urgot does well against Shen top.
Uh I don't know if I agree with that. So looking up some at least rank stats, Salvo has played Urgot twice in ranked, with a 0% win rate and a 1.75 KDA over 2 games.
Nothing to write home about then.
Yeah, and yeah, nothing to even talk about.
Yep. It's just an Urgot. We'll load in. We'll see how spectators treating us here?
Yeah, Shen's Urgot's toughest matchup is against Shen, or one of his toughest matchup is against Shen.
Oh,
47.6% win rate. Why I think that that's super strong is because really Urgot has to auto attack for pretty much every bit of damage that he wants, except for the explosions on the knees, and so Shen can just
okay.
get rid of that with his W.
Yeah, that makes sense. Audio issue. Well, we're in. It's on pause. No big deal. No spectator issues. Which at least means I can set our stuff up here. Oh, we got some readies. I can't even move people's location on the scoreboard around, so we wait. Neither team has a crazy level 1. We're probably just going to see them fan out, hold their rivers. Not a terribly long pause. Ooh, that's a red ping in the top side.
Interesting.
And a blue ping into bottom river. So, oh, and just a little hiccup on my spectator. I assume that usually happens when there's a pause, but it should, yep, fix
Yep.
itself. There we go. So it looks like, yeah, the bot lane is going down here. They're standing in place. They might just place a ward, and they do have, yeah, basically exact opposites, except that one team, autofill is sending their whole squad, and
Oh, is Joey gonna get caught out here? Or at least have to pop a flash? And
he did flash, but he flashed after Hook Resets got the E. That probably gets him out anyway. Yeah, and that's both supports, flash being blown, but in a Leona lane, you love that.
right. Sona's flash is so much more
Yeah,
valuable than Leona's.
that's gonna make their early lane phase real difficult.
And Leona has Hex Flash anyways.
Yep. It's obviously you don't have that split second flash, but like as far as Leona's game plan of engaging, that's more than just on the table. The red is, they're still sitting here. I don't, oh, they might actually be able to get this kill. And there's a flip, damage on 30, he's healing, and a flash after him. Splinter gets first blood. 30 didn't flash. He just,
Interesting.
he was sitting at like 30, 40 health maybe, and he just didn't flash.
Maybe he thought like an auto attack was coming for him.
Yeah,
And
I mean, it can be
Splinter's
real
gonna mop up
scary when you're that low.
most of this blue side.
That's unbelievably rough for 30 though. A jungle death before your first camp. He
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah, it's especially rough on Trundle. Trundle really needs to hit that 1200 gold mark to get his Hydra to really start clearing the jungle in any sort of real fashion. I know a lot of times on Trundle, I will opt for just doing 3 camps and going into a gank.
And this is going to be a Joey kill. Yeah. You actually saw he held off. Hook Resets held off on the Ignite because he didn't want to accidentally steal it. Noctua just walking out of here. He didn't want to accidentally steal it, but when the heal came out, he's like, uh-oh, this looks a little close. I guess I'll use it.
And all because of that early flash.
Yep.
Ooh, and Sella bullying
Yeah.
Shen in the top lane.
Looks like we might see that 47%.
Well, this is really good for Urgot early in the lane. I can tell you that Urgot's level 3 is super strong in the top lane, where Shen really doesn't start getting going until he has a couple of minor items.
Both of them using their dashes. And now Salvo's actually, and I just remembered to fix my scoreboard. I think that's the only swap. Yep. And now he's low on mana and probably going to be looking to head back. So Zeri with their early gold lead and the kill, probably quickly going to become a problem for this very squishy enemy NFT lane.
Yeah, that Sona pick is is just so rough. I'm very surprised that
I was
they
very
they did
surprised by the Sona
they
pick
didn't
too,
they didn't
especially
delay
an
that till
early
later.
one. Yeah.
Hope that hook resets, pick something like a little less engagey.
Yeah, but if you talk to him for any amount of time, like he's always looking for the counter pick bottom.
Right. Oh, and a
Hex
hex flash coming
slash
in.
might grab Albino Joe here. Nope, just barely too far. He would have been taking all those minions as well as his AD would have been out of range.
AJ's and Albino Joe shoving the lane bottom. Gonna put them into a tough predicament. It has 30 is looking for a gank, but don't really direct a camera going down there.
Yeah, Director Cam was like, no, but the fight's up here, and Sawa is going real low, but here comes the jungler getting that in. Sona going down, still doesn't have that flash.
Still about 20 seconds till that flash is back up.
Ooh, hook resets,
Easy
take a
kill.
turret shot though. Okay, camera, calm down. I know that. Holy shit, the fights in every lane. Camera didn't know what to do. Only one kill actually happened over that whole thing, but everyone getting into it across the map. Yikes.
Very yikes.
So oh man, looking at that Trundle farm right now, he's just so far behind because of that early kill.
16 farm to 31.
41.
41, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And Splinter's still farming that top jungle. Probably worth it actually at this point to give up the dragon and just put Trundle farther in the dirt. If Trundle can't get any stats to get into fights, oh, and Trundle opts for the Caulfield's Warhammer over the Hydra. Definitely an awkward choice, as the Hydra would help him clear the jungle a little bit faster, which he's going to be very slow.
Yeah.
Trundle really only having one side of his jungle to ever even farm. Joey's flash is back up, so at least for one more fight, he should be okay.
Oh.
Thrifty getting real greedy, no mana.
Yeah, it has to flash out to, otherwise he would have been dead to that Ziggs.
Oh, Ping's coming out. They do spot Splinter, or at least have a good idea he's coming in.
Yeah. No one's asking for help for the Scuttle. TP back from Thrifty though. He's not going to lose a lot of CS, but he is down his flash now, which is a problem. Splinter against 30 here, and we know Splinter has
Level
way
4
more.
to level 6.
Yeah, and he has already ulted, but the Shen ult keeping him alive. That's 5 people on the Splinter there.
Oh, and then looks like they'll pick up the kill on Thrifty Senpai as well.
No flash. They could just dive him. They do flash in. Yep.
Easy pickup for Autofill Incorporated. Coming out to a super strong lead coming in here.
Yeah, that's huge for them because what started as 2 junglers, one like you said, 2 levels up, 4 to 6 up on him, turns into 5 people beating the shit out of a jungler.
Selva was able to pick up half a plate in top lane.
Yeah, I mean,
I was really expecting a little bit more out of that when I was segueing it.
without knowing ahead of time that his laner was going to be gone. Oop, and actually a jump into mid. His ult should be down, but the flash from Octoj is going to completely cancel that dive or that gank. But as a jungler, you usually count those as a win.
Yep, definitely. And I'm sure Splinter is as well, and he's going into the enemy blue side once again to try and take at least some of the camps, although Trundle is going to be on a back that's going to end him at least at his wolves. Splinter
Ooh.
would have to get real greedy.
So Joe does have his flash down here. He just heals. He's not panicking yet. Yep, there's the flash. Counter ult from AJS. Too early. I mean, if you were just going for some counter damage, actually, it's a pretty good call. If you were thinking it was going to get a kill, that probably wasn't going to happen. But, oh, and the taunt onto Splinter has to flash over. They both take the jump, but they're surrounded now. This is really dangerous. Bonkrake deletes him.
And Splinter is still able to pick up 2 of Trundle's blue side camps.
Yeah.
And start the Rift Herald.
Still farming it.
66 to 36, farming the jungle right here.
Yeah, and normally if you look at a scoreline and you see one team has a dragon and 2 more kills over the other at like 9 or 10 minutes, you'd assume them to be up a lot of gold, and they're super not.
Yeah, gold basically even here, especially with Salvo getting that plate in top finally. Shen's ult is down for a little bit. Like maybe like 10 more seconds and we may be seeing a play coming up with the Shen ult.
Hex Flash isn't something you normally pick, Joey. Oh, and the dash in, not gonna get anything there on that Shen.
You know, Joey hasn't played bot lane since season 7, so or at least support bot lane since season 7. So, well, what's he supposed to know about the Hex Flash?
Yeah, that's a couple second cooldown. You normally don't pick those, and actually they're getting dove, and there goes Joey. Maybe. There it is. Finally, 30's now tanking a huge turret, and they only get 1 for 1 as Thrifty Senpai was there at the perfect time to counter it. And they're still chasing him, but I don't think he's gonna make it there.
Yeah, bot lane's gonna be able to walk this out for free.
Man, that dive got real dirty real quick.
Yeah, and really didn't honestly net them that much in the end. Looks like that NFT is gonna go for this dragon right here, as they will catch autofill incorporated on backs because of the bad dive. Yep. Not gonna get 4 dragons in this game, so leaves the team time to scale.
Yeah, if the 4 dragons was your win con, you're vastly extended on that now.
Ocean Drake game.
Yeah, lots of sustain, which, I mean, obviously either team loves, and both teams have, I'd argue autofill likes that sustain more. Bonkrake getting counter fought for all these autos. Is
Yeah,
he gonna get ulted?
Really just taking all of it. Tummy time right onto Bonkrake, 69. And someone's going to pick up at least a plate up here.
Yeah, I'm expecting 2 plates unless someone shows up to stop him.
Splinter's going to come up with Rift Herald. They'll take the tower right here.
Yep.
Trundle nowhere near the area.
That's the perfect use. You love to see it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you are NFT right now, this is free real estate. Boom. And gets to pick up the Gromp once again. For those of you guys who don't jungle, Gromp is like, I believe, the highest XP camp in the jungle. So you really need that to like keep up with levels, as opposed to like Krugs on the other side, which is the highest gold camp. And so you not having Gromp over and over and over again will exacerbate a level lead very quickly.
Well, Leona ult going on to Swift, and he is just going to get constant CC'd, and he can't even make it out. He just gives up and starts attacking. The Sona ult did attempt to save him, but wasn't doing much. And,
yeah, I feel like that NFT has had some very just rough drafts across a couple of games. I mean, I think back to the Jinx top lane, whatever the fuck this lane was supposed to be. It like just some really awkward picks out of them that I think has cost them games.
Yeah, it's it for sure because this is just such a rough lane for Sona. And obviously, to pile on top of that, like when you have to blow your flash early, and then they literally get 2 kills because you don't have a flash in lane early game. I do see them pinging for Rift. They want the second one. They don't want the NFTs to get a second one because they got a lot of value out of that top lane. Almost took that second turret.
Yeah, up about a K and a half just because of all of these plates that they were able to pick up. Back to the mid lane, the Thrifty Victor versus Ziggs matchup going about as boring as we would expect it to be. Just kind of farming it out. Literally nothing happening in that lane all game.
Man, I've been watching these two miss their dashes at each other all game top. Trundle walking in there, not going to get anything. As Splinter was looking bot as well, but going to find a ward and take care of that first. Might stick around. Looks like he's coming down to try and get that ward.
Here's a Grump. I think Trundle could get this Grump, but instead he wants the dragon for his team. Understandable.
Hmm.
Oh, Esther Splinter
Oh,
gets engaged on, and Shen's coming in.
yeah, and that Shen makes them completely rethink, but they're still going for it. MF ult going across, not doing that much. Albino Joe going to die on the back end. Bombcrank almost dying, gets healed, and now they're finally on to AJ0. He flashes forward and actually gets the kill there.
Maybe coming in.
Yep,
Oh, Fear's going out.
picking him up, and now it's 3v2 after all of said done. 30 finally going down, double kill for Salvo here from top lane. Okja coming in a little late and not able to make anything happen. 3 dead versus 2 after a very back and forth fight.
Yeah, and because Joey went down so early in this, they'll have 4 up and be able to do this dragon pretty handily. No AJS0 going to be around for the fight, but that's okay. They got Urgot and Victor, plenty of damage here.
Yeah,
as well as Diana.
He's walking over right now with his bonus move speed. He'll be there roughly the same time as the enemy team would be, but when the enemy team's missing their jungler to smite it, you're not as worried about that.
Also, on this patch, MF has the buff where she gets her passive right away coming out of base. She doesn't have to build it up on death. I'm going to be coming back to lane a little bit faster.
Yep. Oh, Splinter seeing hook resets, dashes forward. They're trying to
excellent Q.
lock him down, and Cal just goes deep in there and tries to CC one of them. Maybe an attempt. Leona R is not a very long cooldown, so he's not worried about that one. He was probably just trying to force one of the carries to maybe not get the kill. You know, just hope you can force Sona into it or something weird, but he was dead for sure.
8 kills to 8 kills, and NFT up 3k.
Yeah, lots of money. Obviously, a little bit from that one extra dragon, a lot of CS, especially in the jungle, and then there was a lot more plates taken, especially topside.
Wow, Splinter has continued to make this lead. Diana is a rough champion. Even if you got your entire jungle the game, Diana is an extremely fast jungler.
Yep.
And just thrives on clearing it. These are some of the I think she's got to be the fastest clear in the game, or at least the fastest clear that I play.
Sure. And Salvo's trying to find his in without getting taunted, and there's the taunt, and so, but it's as the last of his minions are going down. He's trying to find his in without getting taunted under turret to just hit this like 3 times.
Yeah, that's still quite a few auto attacks when you don't have any minions around.
Yeah. So he's trying to force it, but it's rougher than it looks.
Diana starting the Rift Herald up.
30 just gonna, oh, actually does get the pillar behind him. He gets taunted out, and I think Salvo's in a bad spot here. Yep.
600 gold
600.
shot down. Going to Bong Crank. That's gonna be a nice little bit of cash back.
Oh, AJS0 popping his ult, but he's just going to get dove by the Leona. And actually, Tuesday, I think, is getting targeted here somehow by that turret.
Doesn't matter. Even through the exhaust, he's able to get out with his life. Albino Joe's definitely going to go.
Okja, I think, bounced him out of the middle of the ult, which is more damage. And they're actually... Tuesday's one auto. Joey,
Wow.
you could have killed him. Joey, just right-click him.
Wow, just did not see the play there.
Man, yeah, so that started with AGS just trying to ult and clear that wave, but they didn't care because Leo loves to dive.
Picture this. You're Albino Joe. You have a cock full of confidence coming off of probably your best SBL support showing in many years.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have this 0-5-6 Sona game where you just
see from the outside looking in, having watched his Sona performances before. This is what I expected on a Sona game from him. Because he doesn't play differently just because it's Sona and she's made of paper.
I think I'm gonna have to agree with that one.
And Sona, you look at her wrong and disappears.
He does have his flash up, so maybe he'll survive. Gauge coming up here.
Does look like Salvo might get that bot lane.
Yeah, Salvo's pushing the bot lane. Oh, interesting. Salvo's going a tank build on Urgot. Don't see that too often. Normally you see him on something a little bit more aggressive, like Divine Sunder, Threadbreaker. A little bit more bruisey.
Yeah, and actually at this point, literally all of their turrets are due to Salvo.
Making money.
Making a lot of money.
Oh.
He's going in, fully locking down the Master Splinter there, but he's surviving, and then he actually pops the Zonias. Mr. Tuesday taking about AJ0 on the back end, gets a second, and then Ziggs taking down a third as Shen finally goes down. I think he flashed there at the end too. I missed what happened, but
Autofill Incorporate will easily pick up this dragon then.
Yeah, they're peeling him off. They are now ahead on kills, still down on gold. This dragon will help with that a bit. And put this 2-2 dragons, which means Soul's a long way off.
Yeah, Soul is really not a win con for anybody this game.
Actually, they're going for another kill here with the CC. I don't know that they have the damage to back it up, though. Yeah, because Zeri is down there taking that dragon for him, which if they had swapped, maybe they would have had the damage to get that kill, but if you're getting the dragon guaranteed anyway, you're not really disappointed you're not also getting a kill at the same time.
Yeah, definitely agree with that. Backs right here. If I know Splinter and 30 Senpai, maybe they try and I thought they might try and catch a Baron on some backs here.
There's that second one. Herald. That's been held a long time.
Yeah, a little bit awkward. That second Rift Herald is always super hard to use.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the greatest Rift Herald in the world, and sometimes it's this. It took 10% of a turret. Oh, and gets a second charge.
Yeah, it had that second charge. They weren't going to kill that. So, I mean, that's basically that's your hope for every Rift, right? Is that you kill a turret with it and you get a second charge. Anything less you're a little disappointed about, unless like you're getting a bunch of plates early, or you're really happy if you're getting more than that.
Yeah, definitely agree. That bot wave pushing in, Sabo does have teleport up, so he'll be able to clear this wave and come to a fight if needed. Shen also has teleport as well as ult up, so can get into the fight and then can go and try push a wave or whatever they want to do with this. Top wave's gonna need to be answered or they'll lose that wave. Yeah, really getting pressured all around on NFT. Autofill Incorporate doing a great job with lane control.
Now we see the dance around Baron starting for the site control. Speaking of site, Salvo, they're going at it bottom again, and he's now in front of him, and the dash is already down. He throws that ult on, but isn't getting him low enough.
Yeah, he's gotta do quite a bit more damage
Yeah.
before that ult kills. And then he'll have the ult down, but man, Salvo just taking these turrets.
Yeah, this is. I mean, think about how many plates. Let me take a look at the actual gold here comparison. Yeah, we're looking at an almost 3K gold difference between those two. Like, how is Shen gonna stop that, right? Like,
Yeah, definitely never. I mean, they're gonna have to send somebody down to answer Salvo on one of these pushes.
yeah, he's just insanely bigger, and it's to one of those points where like you tell your team, hey, we need someone to stop him, and obviously your top laner is the default pick, but then your top laner is probably telling you, I can't stop him though. I could
Oh, and
slow him.
Albino Joe has a flash up, but I think he's gonna get caught out enough.
Yeah, he's just dead.
Yeah. Looks like a Baron play, maybe the look for Autofill Incorporated. Bot lane, yeah, this is gonna be a 3v4 fight if they decide to start it up, and it looks like that's not gonna be the case. Playing it safe here. Letting this scale out.
Tuesday, very big. Honestly, a lot of people on autofill are just very big. I think Salvo here on this
Very
huge
big,
or
but,
not.
but they're still down 3k gold as a team.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
much all of that on Salvo.
Yeah. This 2K gold difference is mainly on him. They are trying to catch the Ziggs. They're not going to get him as he just W's away. We do just have split pressure coming here, and they might be rotating down to try and force this turret, but it looks like Ziggs is ready for that.
Might be trying to dive Thrifty Senpai again. If they, especially if they see Master Splinter, they can just walk back to top lane. Yep, question mark ping going out on them. They know that the Thrifty Senpai has an easy dive here.
Yep, and there's the ult. He's going to flash right past. Oh, and actually that misses. This is going to be a lot of damage, but Shen ult and a shield coming down onto hook resets to keep him alive, and Thrifty just gets deleted because the sheer amount of effective health onto that Leona there, unstoppable.
Yeah, that was an absurdly big shield coming out there.
That was multiple shields is the thing. Ooh, Octa flashing out, trying to get out of there. He's running for his life. Shen's actually running up behind him, but he's going to get flipped. And oh, Joey just barely dodges his tummy time coming over. And now it's time for more damage as they are just shredding through him. And the ult on the back lines from multiple teams. And he's chasing down Tuesday, but I think he's ulted and he should have his move speed helping him out a little bit here.
And the first fight that Salvo is able to enter nets them 3 kills with 0 deaths. This is real good. They're leaving the dragon up, which, I mean, they must be committing to the Baron right here and getting the dragon on the backside. They gotta go quick. Death timers aren't super long.
Yeah, no one on autofill even knows or is moving towards it. So
Yep. They're gonna pick up the dragon, but Thrifty Senpai's sniffing this one out. He's going down, try and pick that up. It's a 2v1 fight. Teleport coming in from Ziggs into the bottom lane. Ooh. Thrifty Senpai's gonna spend his life and his Baron buff. Salvo sees the play maybe mid.
Yep. So okay, that could have gone either way there. That was with the people who were actually dealing damage to that. I was like, if this fucking MFE gets dragon.
And it's soul point now for Autofill Incorporated, but NFT's just gonna run it down mid. We have tons of minions.
They're backing
but
up.
They're gonna give up. They're gonna give up. They're sitting on a lot of gold. They never backed from that 3-0 fight, so this is a safe play coming out of NFT.
Splinter had 32 3.2k to spend. Joey has almost 2k right now.
Yeah, and
Just
Splinter's finally finishing that hourglass, which he desperately needed. He popped his stopwatch pretty early in the game, and then was really never able to utilize anything with it again.
they're just clearing up their jungle, resetting. We don't have any objectives for quite a few minutes here, like 4 minutes ish. So we'll see if, I mean, obviously NFT is gonna send Salvo to a side lane and they're gonna split this. Looks like they might be deathballing through the enemy jungle while he's doing that.
Yep. Yeah, and we have Shen TP down, but his R is up, so Shen is able to add to the fight, and then I mean Shen's got to go answer top wave, as this is a Baroned up creep wave coming in. They're gonna play it safe in bot lane NFT. They know Shen wins, or their Urgot wins this fight. 2 levels up, 16 to 14. That's a lot of stats in those levels.
Yeah, and these Baron cannons just or just the Baron minions in general, just giving them a lot of work. As Salvo up top, taking
Yeah,
turrets, working
yeah.
on inhib.
Shen had to back off the base. I'm very surprised they went to go defend the inner turret over defending your inhibitor turret.
Yeah, my assumption was that they had Bone Crank up there and they thought that was gonna work, but it definitely wasn't going to work.
Thrifty Senpai doing a TP.
Oh, did he back and then TP back into it? Yeah, must have. And now they're just continuing their siege, taking it slow, but with their huge lead.
Yep.
And they're going all in on Salvo.
Yeah, and Salvo dies, gives the gold to Zeri. That's gotta feel bad.
As Thrifty
If you're
Senpai's,
NFT.
yeah, and Thrifty has to flash out. He almost gets picked as well. Zeri, absolutely massive, 9-1 right now. The only time she died was when AJS0, literally as he was going to die in one of those fights in River, flashed forward to trade his life for theirs because he knew he wasn't getting out. So
Yeah, Mr. Tuesday really giving a clinic on how to play Zeri in the NFL. The first and only Zeri, I believe, that we've even seen out of all of the AD carries. I
yeah,
don't think anybody else plays there.
and if it wasn't for the people playing, I bet either Swift or Joey doesn't know what Zeri does. Everyone else in this game understands Zeri. I'm willing to bet 30 might not, but if his team's been practicing for it, I'm sure he knows by now. But there's a real chance that Joey's just going, I don't understand Zeri. This is horseshit.
I can hear the comms now.
But honestly, I'm astounded that Zeri took this long to get picked in the SBL. She is absolutely insane.